Well, I think the fabric of the organization will change in the future in the sense that with a more and more artificial intelligence, which is a prediction technology, what will happen is that you need to use more and more judgment. And this judgment in making the decisions is going to be pervasive down in the organization up to the employee level. So employee needs to be free of making decisions, also thanks to a new control system, which is more than skills, I will say, is the freedom and the courage and the authority to take decisions down in the organization. That will be the major change that AI can bring. Some of the jobs will be substituted, but no, when we are related to market and innovation, there is no substitution, so it's more like a supplement to making the right decisions. As I said, it depends on the jobs. Some jobs can be automated, so the predictive technology or prediction technology is getting up to making the decision. So we call this automated decision. But now other jobs, we think about making decisions for market, for strategy, for innovation. AI technology can be a great supplement. And if you are a great supplement, that means that you will need more judgment and more judgment in the future. And we have seen this in organizations like Unilever, where they developed some new tools, which are big data and AI power for marketers. And the marketers had experienced the situation of having more and more business decisions to be made on a weekly basis, and using judgment where the AI was just informing the decision, but no, they still had to use judgment. So I can see two completely different worlds. Some positions and jobs and people can be potentially replaced, others supplemented, and in the case there is a supplement like in innovation, market and strategies, you will need more judgments. So this will be a big change because it will increase the judgment requirement and need in the large corporations. Well, there are two levers for doing this properly and exploit the technology. The first one, you want to have a distributed system. So let's forget the old system of having a dashboard for just the top leaders. I think with AI and big data, you can really have a distributed system where all those informations and predictive technologies can go down up to the employee level. So distributed information system and distributed information up to the employee is very important. The second one, we need to change the control system. We need to change the control system, so going from the old preventive system, like for example in a bank. If you are working in a branch and you have a consumer, a customer, a client coming to you and looking for a loan, you still need 2 or 3 levels of authorization, even if that loan is exactly fitting the policy of the company. We call this preventive system. So, and you need a 2 or 3 level of authorization, 2 or 3 level of signature. This is obviously a barrier to true empowerment. And we've been speaking about empowerment in the last 20 years, but the reality is most of the organizations are still in a control system and in a preventive system of control. Now, with the AI and the big data, if we distribute those information to make smarter decisions down to the employee, and we will let the employee freely to use a judgment and not having a control system based on prevention, but a control system based on detection. So they make a decision and they use a judgment in broad guidelines. They use the data and the intelligence to make that decision in a smart way, and only afterward, if that decision is outside the broad guidelines of the company, they need to justify why they made that decision. So this is an after decision-making justification and control system, but at the same time you will create agility and you will change completely the way the companies are operating. True empowerment can come And true empowerment can come thanks to the new technologies, particularly in innovation and market and strategy related decisions. And we will finally can walk the talk. So as thinkers, as academics, as faculties who have been writing books on empowerment, but this has not really happened except a few companies. And I think we can use technology for a touch of humanness and not just to be scared because the jobs will go away.